In this video, we're going to look at how to manually release the current grade. So this field in Brightspace is called the final calculated grade, but we can choose to have it viewable all the time. This teacher has chosen not to do that, but it can be released at any interval that the teacher chooses. So say we're at the midway through the quad, and this the work in Unit 1 and 2 has been done, and the teacher wants to release the grade. What does that look like? So we can tell right now with the slash through the eyeball, and if we pause and hover, the tooltip will tell us that the final grade is not released. And again, air quote that final grade, it is what is the current mark that the student has. When you click on the down chevron beside the student's name and click preview, we'll see that the feedback and the information on the different assignments is present, but there is no calculated grade up here in the upper left-hand corner. So that's fine. That was the teacher's choice, and in the settings for the course, for the grade book, under calculation options, we'll see that they have not selected to automatically release the final grade or to automatically keep the final grades updated. So it's something that they want to do at certain intervals and send to the student, and that's absolutely their choice. But now say it's one of those intervals, say midway through the quad, and the teacher wants to release these currently unreleased grades. How do we do that? So we have to go to the down chevron beside final calculated grade. So that's weird because it's not final, we're midway through. And select enter grades. And we're not actually entering information now, but that's where it's housed under enter grades on the final calculated grade action menu. So we're clicking in all good faith. And here we'll see the scheme. Scheme needs percentage. So it's out of 100, that's fine, it's weighted. I'm going to select all of my students and click on this release unrelease button that toggles back and forth. So currently they're unreleased. We tick and notice how they're all selected. And so now when we save and close, are we really sure? Yep, save and close. So now when we go back and look at the enter grades field, we see that that little slash is gone, and now the current grade has been released. And just to double check that, when we go and we preview what the student sees, yeah, there's that grade showing on their grade report. So now they know that midway through the quad, this is what their current grade is. And you can always rename this kind of misleading column and change it up. And you can call it your Aunt Edith, but current grade is, I think, a bit more helpful. And call it that thingy. No, so current grade I think is a little more useful to students when they preview it. And bam. So this teacher, again, for students to see, say the teacher finishes marking another unit's worth of work or something, that student will still keep seeing that release. The teacher has to do this manually because of the choices they made up in settings not to let it automatically release. The teacher is manually releasing the current grade, or the quote unquote Brightspace calls it final calculated grade, at certain intervals.